going on, everybody?
Hey guys, welcome to the crew. You know what we do here on the crew stuff.
We are the crew.
Is this episode 5?
I don't know
Like
anymore.
55.
Season 4, episode 5.
Yeah.
It's take 30.
Seasons and episodes are such permanent words.
This is our last show in September.
This ain't gonna be on Netflix one day.
It might be.
Might be.
It might
We're
be.
getting,
You
we're
never
getting
know.
better.
Be on Netflix too.
Oh, there's a Netflix too.
Yeah, there will be by the time
Netflix too.
We've
Well,
got a packed show today.
We do.
We got notification with Logan over there, or Caleb, and we got the countdown with Logan.
Yeah.
The top 5
Top
Lots
5
of
giant monsters.
giant monsters.
Lots of fun facts, lots of tips, some hot news from this week.
And we got
Some
some
big
man
news.
vice,
Some fires.
some
Hot.
spiders,
Spider fires.
Some news about
iconic
Mars.
boy bands that have
Something
saved lives.
Some big news, out of this world kind of news.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Justin Bieber's album? Because that's what I'm talking about. November
we're talking
13th
about-
in stores, everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's all coming up next here on the crew.
Mm-hmm.
I want a career sooner rather than later. I was looking for a perfect fit, and I found it at Gulf Coast State College.
Students like Stephanie are already getting jobs. Our workforce graduates are in high demand, and we're committed to helping them succeed.
I am excited about my future. I can't wait to have my own restaurant, and that's why I chose Gulf Coast.
Gulf Coast State College is the right place for you. Let us help you fulfill your personal potential. Gulf Coast State College, your community, your college.
Hey guys, welcome back from that commercial break. I hope you enjoyed the stuff that was in that commercial break, but now I hope you enjoy what's happening in the universe and the world. Aaron, you start us off with his enlightenment of knowledge.
I would be delighted to. Well, to start off, what's happening? We're going to take you down to Australia, which is known to be one of the most dangerous places on the planet due to its reputation of being home to some of the world's most dangerous reptiles and insects. Those poisonous animals aren't the only thing you need to watch out for whenever you're traveling down under. However, you may also have to look out for vehicles set ablaze. That's right, an Australian man set his own car on fire while attempting to cut off the top of his vehicle in an attempt to make a homemade convertible car. His friends and himself did this in an attempt to celebrate his 38th birthday. The man was quoted as saying, "I thought it was hilarious. It's my own big birthday candle. I just couldn't blow it out. I had to call the fire brigade."
Hey, matey, watch this.
I mean, that sounds like some Dixie Boy stuff right there.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you want a convertible bad enough, you might as well try
Burn
anything.
it off.
I mean, hey, you didn't get to be 38 by not taking
The
chances.
only thing is, don't you want the kind of convertible that you can put the roof back
Back on if
on?
it starts raining.
Yeah.
This is Australia. Rain is nothing.
You know, it might rain.
Were you
You know,
trying
all
to do
that
an
water-
Australian accent
do
that
it?
came out Jamaican?
Jamaica,
All that
can you
rain
do it?
might ruin the interior that was, set on fire.
So
Like
what's your best Australian accent?
Good day, mate.
Yeah, good day, mate.
Get
I
down
gotta
to
put
the
another
billabong.
shrimp on a
Trying to
bobby
bobby.
down there. I can't do it. It just comes out like ghetto British. Like,
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
that's a tiger over there. Nope. See, that's just Asian. I don't know. Like, I'm just suck at impression. I'm just gonna be me. That's the only thing I know how to do. I'm too real to be
You are
anybody
the
else.
best at being you, Amon.
I'm gonna go catch some dingoes later.
Catch something, guys.
You got a dingo?
The dingo ate your baby.
Not the dingoes.
Well, moving on, we've got some big news, out of this world kind of news coming up. The possibility of finding life on Mars has become a significant step closer after NASA announced a major scientific discovery of flowing water on the red planet. NASA has confirmed that the dark fingers spotted on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter MRO images are likely made by liquid moving across or beneath its surface. These marks, which lengthen and darken as the seasons change, are the first evidence of their kind ever found on another planet. Could this be the first step to confirm if life truly exists on this alien world? Evidence that Mars has water in the past has been documented, but the fact that there may be flowing water on the planet today is definitely a major breakthrough.
That is crazy because, it's just like the world goes on, we learn more stuff, and, We know more about outer space than we do what's in Earth. So if we can figure out more about outer space, maybe we can figure out about what's more in the ocean. So
The ocean's
That's
big world under there.
the next big breakthrough is probably either observing the water with a reconnaissance or a robot, and then actually finding micro life. I'm not sure the terminology is, but
microbiology,
yeah, like teeny tiny
Yeah.
the tiniest particles of life.
Organisms.
organisms and
Yeah.
stuff, and just
There
I mean,
are
it's gonna
be
legitimate
huge.
aliens underneath the sea just because they are foreign to us.
Yeah,
Mm.
like those weird fish with a big jaw and the light. Like
That's not.
and
You're
that
talking
also,
about anglerfish?
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, ever was in Nemo when they got like super deep.
That one.
Okay,
The
there.
very same.
Yeah.
getting back to Mars really quick. We are planning a space.
We are like the
NASA,
four of us.
The government.
Oh, okay.
No, not us.
I got
NASA,
excited. I was
Yeah.
like,
Planning
I
to
knew I
send-
picked a good college.
To send human beings to the planet by what 2030? That's only what 15 years from now.
Will they be
or
able to
less?
come back?
They're
It might be a one-way mission.
it's a one-way trip.
Unless we develop technology to send stuff up there, build equipment, and build a launcher to send you back into orbit.
I think what we need is teleport technology.
Always. I mean,
They're
Well,
working
yeah.
on it.
I mean,
on,
just
they're
displacement of atoms, right? And then reappearing. So you just need
I need
something
that
to
just
phone
to
it.
get to school.
they're working
And
on
then you
it.
need to put
like
it back.
you said, it'll
Yeah.
happen.
Well, I wonder what else science has done. It seems like late last week, scientists at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory unveiled ongoing research into an invisible cloak. This is Harry Potter, people. The cloak uses microscopic rectangular gold blocks that conform to the shape of an object wearing the ultra-thin sheet and refract all light visible. The technology is projected to be available for practical use the next 5 to 10 years. In relation to the scientific mumbo-jumbo, any anti-invisibility cloak was announced today in the form of a sexy Donald Trump costume. This thinly veiled but satire will make you the butt of every joke and get you noticed wrong, yet oh so right reason.
Wink it.
Can't wink, I'm sorry. Like, it's like a nervous twitch
Wow.
that happens, so, I mean,
That's a pretty cool costume.
It didn't take much, did it?
the invisible cloak was more.
That could be used for so many things. An invisibility cloak.
It can be used to build a wall.
That could be used for both many
With a
legal
door.
and illegal things.
Invisible
It's kind of
cloak.
scary what it could be used for.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're fighting a war or something, that would be awesome. But
I
Those
just
won't
know-
be. Those won't be mass produced.
See, paranoia is gonna set in because you're not gonna know if like something fell in your house or you have a creeper sitting there in an invisible cloak staring at you. So, I
or you
mean,
run into somebody or something.
yeah, it's just like, what would you do with an invisible cloak, Brandon?
I don't know. I mean, it's
We better move on before we get into that.
Burn it.
Burn it.
All right, speaking of burning, it's no secret that the most hated animal on the planet is the spider, the arachnoid, eight-legged thing.
Poor guy.
Freaks of nature, they deserve burn in fiery pits of flame for all eternity. A man in Michigan took that
Michigan.
notion a bit too seriously when he tried to kill a spider that had crawled out of his car. While he was pumping gas, unsurprisingly, it caused a large kaboom, and the fire engulfed the pump before the man could even grab the fire extinguisher. The man thankfully left with no serious injuries. Now, the spider's whereabouts are not known at this time, and it's still at large.
It's funny because I know a few people that would probably do that exact same
I would.
thing.
Real talk. Real talk. I mean, like, as being a Michiganian, like, you don't
that's
play.
not a big surprise.
And he walked away with it was probably like, oh, cool. Like Iron Man, like he probably just like, it wasn't an accident. He just said that he was done.
He
There were
didn't
probably
make it
more spiders.
convertible, though.
You know,
Still got to.
Spiders can have like thousands of babies when you kill them. So he's probably just saving us all. So I salute this hero. I hope you get invited to the White House because you deserve it.
To the White House.
Yeah. Don't tell me you never just wanted to set like a spider on fire and just
Not
walk
at a
away.
gas pump.
I mean,
I'll take the 0 on that.
I don't know
Yeah, maybe not
where the
at a
cards
gas
lie,
pump.
but
I mean, if he might as well have just tried
they
to.
tell you not to take
Put
your
it
cell
out with
phones to the
gasoline.
pump. Why would you want to set a
it
spider?
wasn't
How
a
did
cell
he start
phone.
it? That's what I want to know.
It
I
wasn't a
don't
cell
know,
phone.
but there's signs that say do not bring flammable or objects or
I
cell
mean,
phones. or-
Technically, a lighter isn't flammable.
if you
It's
Maybe he had
fire
a cigarette
itself.
or
Strike it
something,
or
and he tried to.
It's
Well,
fire.
what's up with the
that.
spiders in the cars? Like that lady jumped out of her car because she had a spider in there, and the card.
I don't get it. Like, I'm more afraid of a cockroach than I am a spider. Like, if I see a cockroach, it's World War III up in this piece. Like, I'm just getting my size 14s and I'm stumping them out.
Y'all giving me all kinds of ways to mess with y'all now.
Yeah.
We'll stump his whole family out. It's
gotta be Halloween,
his
you better
grandchildren
look
gonna
out.
fill it.
All right, guys. Well, that's enough for what's happening right now. Coming up next, we got Nerdification with old Caleb.
Digital media is that field that it's hard to narrow it down to say this is the definition of it, because it's everything that we deal with when it comes to media and technology. If it's media, if it's graphics, if it's visuals, animation, and it's related to computers or the technology or the interfaces that we deal with, it becomes digital media. Those are all classified as what digital media is. So in the technology-driven world that we live in today, everything that we deal with is digital media in some form. It's one of the programs where in the world that we live in, it's all around you, whether it be the packaging on products or the websites that you look at or your phone or what you listen to on the radio or you watch on TV. This is a program that has a very diverse field, so it's not just one specialty. You're getting experience in a lot of different fields, and then you can choose if you want to specialize or if you still want to keep that very broad horizon to it. We've got a lot of certificate programs underneath it, and then it has the bachelor's degree. It's also the program on campus that has its own television station, and it has the radio station that goes along with it. We have student-run programming that goes out on the cable networks, and we have the radio station where we have student-run programs as well. We really focus on what is industry doing right now, what are people that are going to be hiring these students doing, so that's what we're implementing within the classroom. The students are learning the skills and the techniques, the programs that they're going to do once they go get a job. They're using the things that when they put it down on a resume, employers are going to say, that's what I'm looking for, whether it be from programming languages that are being used to the computer technology that's being used. The goal is to teach them the skills necessary to help them find a job after they graduate. This is a field that really allows you to constantly stimulate your brain and keep learning and gathering more information. The technology is constantly evolving, so this isn't a program that once you learn something, that's all there is to it. Because once you learn something in a year, the technology's changed, the program has changed, so you're always having to learn. This is one of those programs for students that love to learn, because you are going to constantly be learning. Once you go out into the workforce, learning doesn't stop. We try to make sure that we're on the cutting edge. If it's something new that's coming out, we want to be right there learning it as soon as it gets implemented. And so then we can bring it back to the students and we can start to implement it into the curriculum and into the courses. It's one thing to learn about it in a book, but it's totally different when you're putting your hands on it and you're creating something, and it's, you know, your own thoughts and ideas coming to life in front of you. It's not just sitting in a classroom all the time. You're getting out in the community, in the workforce, getting that experience before you even graduate.
Hello, I'm Caleb, and this is Nerd Edification, where I tell you about the best nerdy news of the week. A new set of cards for the English Pokemon trading card game has been revealed called XY Breakthrough. This set introduces new Breakthrough cards that are landscape design and have a unique foil pattern. They are placed sideways over the top of an existing Pokemon to give them an HP boost and new attacks while still keeping their existing ones. The announcement on Pokemon's website showed off the break cards for both Raichu and Chestnut, and a press release also mentions Zoroark will be one too. Not long after Channing Tatum almost left the upcoming Gambit movie, the production is now looking for a new director. Rupert Wyatt, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, has left the production after delays. The X-Men spinoff has faced several new issues during pre-production. An evolving script and rising budget have pushed the start of filming into 2016. The movie conflicts with director Rupert Wyatt's schedule, forcing him to drop out of the project. Apple fans may find themselves test driving far more than a new iPhone soon. By 2019, drivers might see the first electronic car on the road, brandishing the Cupertino Caliph, company's famous logo. Apple is speeding up its plans to manufacture and ship an electric car in 4 years. According to the Wall Street Journal, the report says Apple is moving forward after investigating options for more than a year, as well as recently meeting with government officials in California. The report also says that Apple's first vehicles may not be autonomous. Citing people familiar with the matter, the report says Apple has plans to triple the 600-employee team behind the car project, which has been codenamed Titan. Other evidence the long-rumored move could be real included leaks reports first published in London's The Guardian that Apple has been in conversations with a decommissioned military facility east of San Francisco that could host an automotive testing site. A music company's demand that YouTube take down a 29-second home video of two children dancing to a song by Prince backfired Monday when a federal appeals court used this case to make it harder for copyright holders to act against brief, non-commercial use of their material. Recording companies, motion picture studios, and other copyright owners issue numerous takedown notices each day, targeting everything from home videos to campaign ads that include segments of a song or newscast. When a copyright holder tells a website like YouTube that one of its postings violates the holder's exclusive rights to license the material, federal law requires that the posting be removed immediately. So in the end, justice has prevailed and we can all sleep more soundly knowing it's slightly more difficult to remove our videos. If you want to see more in-depth news, go check out Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio 1480. We record live on Fridays at 1 p.m. And if you miss it, I upload it every Saturday afternoon on YouTube where I go by the username Strangely Entertaining. It also means a lot to me if you follow me on Twitter and go check out our Facebook page. Just look up the Nerd Edification Hour. That's it for this week, and next time, stay fancy.
Enactus is an entrepreneurial club. What our goal is to create projects that help better our community and then in reality help make a better world. We work on creating sustainability for our projects and people that participate in them. And we like to try to show people that they can actually use the talents they have to create additional income and to use creativity to create new jobs and positions in our community. That's what our club is all about, is helping people improve their lives. The gallery is actually, there was a local business that has helped us out with product, and what we're doing is we're turning around and selling it to the community. A couple weeks ago we had a local jazz ensemble out there, so we're promoting local musicians, artists, having a place where people can come be part of our community.
My name is Nikki Jones. I am the project manager for the glass recycling project. We take glass from a local restaurant and crush it and tumble it into sea glass. So it has smooth edges, and we use it for landscape purposes and art and any other purpose we can think of.
My name is Professor Hernandez. I'm the faculty advisor for the Enactus team here at Gulf Coast State College. And pretty much we've been here working with social entrepreneurship for the last 2 years, going on our third year. Why do we always go back to some form of entrepreneurial venture? Well, because usually the type of needs that we address in the community, if we are working with nonprofits or we are working with individuals or families, at the end of the day, in some way, it works with money. How do they generate more revenue to buy food or to improve their healthcare situations, or even to get healthcare, or to be self-employed if they can actually get a job? So that's where we come in, and the students try to come up with something creative to provide a solution for that community or for that participant. This past year, which was our second year, we invested more than 3,100 hours of community service. A lot of my students have received different certificates for leadership and for community service. Some of them have been considered for special scholarship, and some of them have been approached to do internship at the headquarters of different national companies. Pretty much it's almost guaranteed that if you do well in the team and you do your networking right, you will end up with a job before you graduate.
Hey, we're shifting gears here a little bit. We're opening up this next segment with more news because there isn't any more segments.
I mean, there's more segments.
We got more segments. We just got
a crew
a
segment.
little bit more news in here for you.
I'm sorry, Jason.
Also, thank you, Caleb, for nerd edification.
It was great.
That was cool.
I learned so much about the Pokemon thing. They're just never gonna stop, are they?
Apple. YouTube.
Yeah.
Little car. It's gonna explode. I mean, hopefully that'll be fun for whoever drives it. I won't be.
Me neither.
I don't think it comes Amon-sized.
Amon size?
Yeah, the size.
That's a good...
It's not a proud size, but it's a size.
Amon size.
Yep.
All right, well, moving on to Illinois. A $313 million airport now empty and unpopular. With hopes of flying millions of passengers across America, only mere 16,000 a year are being boarded simply because nobody wants to go there. Mid-America Airport in Illinois was originally planned to have 85 gates to load a heavy stream of flyers onto hundreds of flights a day, but now only 2 gates are needed, even at the busiest time. The airport, which has lost nearly $13 million in 2013, has never turned a profit in its 18-year history and has started operating commercial flights in an attempt to recoup some of its losses. Ranking near the bottom of the country's 391 airports, Airport Director Tim Cantwell remains optimistic that the airport will eventually turn things around.
I mean, you can't. Like,
$313 million.
You've never made a profit
for not being used.
That's
I mean, that's a big
taxpayers'
airport.
money.
I know. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
So we own a portion of that airport.
Down in the bottom of
Yeah, we
Illinois
do.
where there's no metropolis area, so
Have you been there?
I haven't been there, but I know where it's located.
And so the original plan was to have 85 gates, and now they're only
Yeah.
using 2.
I mean, that didn't look like it was big enough to hold 85 gates.
285, you know, whatever. As long as we got planes flying out of here.
I know, right? I mean,
Sounds like the economic development of that area didn't take off.
maybe you can use it to make a safe house, like a really super safe house that no one will ever find.
At an airport.
Okay? Flaw and plan.
So you have 80 more terminals to go hide in.
Best game of competitive hide and seek. There's your base. We just need to pitch it to the Olympics, right? Tell them we have a spot for it, right?
That's a large facility. And
It
it's
is.
sad that it's not being used.
I mean, it's not really sad. Like, it's
sad.
It's kind of
sad.
like
It's a
I
lot
mean,
of money.
I mean, it's a lot of money, a lot of equipment, a lot of.
Absolutely.
but hopefully they'll learn now.
Oh.
I don't know what they'll learn, but hopefully they learned
what
it.
they'll learn.
I mean, $13 million deficit is a great way to learn.
$13 million. It's $313 million.
But the number
That's what
13
it
million
costs,
is okay.
and they're not making a profit.
$1 million
in
is
18
enough
years.
to learn.
You know,
18 years, they're not made a profit
how's it been there that long? That's just sad.
because they built it and no one used it.
See, what didn't I say it wasn't sad? Now it's sad. Like, you guys convinced me that was sad. Jason, tell me about some happy stuff.
Well, speaking of money and making money, the sequel of the movie Hotel Transylvania premiered on the 25th of September and actually did surprisingly well. It opened up, has brought an amazing $47 million and has set the record for the most successful movie debuted in the month of September in North America. How about that, airport?
That's a very specific. That's a very specific record. Like, the most money made in Northern America in the month of September.
Yeah.
That's a good opening. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
especially with, the end of September going on now. Here we're into going in October, so it's the.
I mean, I'm excited for December with that Star Wars movie.
I'm gonna go watch it.
We're gonna go squad up and watch that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You got the
We'll do
Martian
it.
movie coming
Aaron's too
out.
cool for us, so he has to see if we can fit into his schedule.
No, I just want to go see it by myself.
Oh, I see how that is.
Last Sunday, we got some sports news now. Last Sunday, an 8th inning in the national game, an altercation took place not between the opposing teams, but between the teammates. Jonathan Papelbon was seen attacking right fielder Bryce Harper by the neck in a two-handed chokehold. Papelbon was then removed from the game and suspended from the team for the next 4 games. It doesn't say, but also without pay.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you just can't be about that life. You can't just
fight
go
your
choking
teammates.
your teammates.
He actually still played that game, but the coach didn't know what was, didn't know all the story behind it. So
I thought you were like the coach didn't know he was playing.
well,
put on a
no,
mustache or
he
something.
played in the 9th inning, and he got reprimanded later on, obviously.
As a professional athlete, chokeholding one of your teammates,
It's unprofessional.
that's very unprofessional.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
They're a fan.
For anyone,
they're
that's very
supposed to be a family.
unprofessional.
But you've got thousands of people in the stands that are watching. It's also being broadcast to probably millions of people.
Mhm.
There should be an immediate.
Well, not only that, even if there wasn't millions of people watching, I mean, you're still a family as a team. You stick together and you work things out.
But to me, you've got to hit them where it hurts. Hit them in the pocket. Fines.
Like, no, he should have, instead of choking him, he should have robbed him? Is that what you're saying?
No, a fine. If you fine the person and take that money and give it to charity, like make a pot and say,
Wait.
I know some sports do that once there's.
So the guy who
athletes are
got
fined.
choked should now be donate his money to charity?
No, both of them. They both.
What? The other guy just.
It takes 2 to tango, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
Or it takes one person to strangle someone.
Like, I mean,
there's obviously an instigation.
I don't want to die. You're trying to strangle me,
And-
so.
Well, there are some sports foundations out there that take, athletes do something bad, they fine them, and then that money goes into a pot, and at the end of the year, that money's donated to charity or something.
I think in the National Football League, all the fines of October go to Breast Cancer Month.
Well, I mean, something like that.
Kind of like when you go to somebody's house and somebody says a curse word, put a quarter in.
That's just for pizza.
Yeah, but I mean, they're probably making several $100,000 a game or
true.
something. So,
Yeah.
I mean, fine them, and I promise they probably won't do that again.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to lose money.
The cool thing is, if you want to know more about sports stuff, you can catch out another show on the GC TV network called Primetime Sports.
Right here on GCTV.
Yeah, that was a very, very like self-absorbed pitch, since I'm also on that show. So I'm very narcissistic.
Who's your co-anchor in that show?
My co-anchor?
Our director.
Our co-anchor is actually our director, which is Brad Ornick. He's a man of many talents. Enjoys spending time with his family. He has family in town all the time. But
So, what is your show about?
Sports.
Like, I mean, is it talking about national sports, local
Every
sports,
sport,
college
national sports.
Yeah.
Like we talk about, like I saw a little league game when I was driving by. I dropped that, and I played ball and cup with myself, and then I'm gonna videotape my ball and cup tournament between me, myself, and I.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It's
We'll
not.
tune into
It's
it.
really boring, but you
Tune
guys
into
should
the
watch
show.
it. Yeah, the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about tuning into things, Justin Bieber being asinine about fans to stop treating him like an object. Bieber Snapchatted pleading with his fans to stop harassing him for photos. If he's not feeling the vibe, he wants fans to take it down a notch. He says it's the way you ask and approach me to take a photo determines if he'll take it or not. He is asking for respect in his decision if he doesn't want to take a photo. But can it be expected if your fans travel to your show and watch your performances that they want to try and take a picture with you? It's understandable if he's out of the street and refuses to do a photo just because he is not in the mood. But maybe he will get the respect he wants if an unrealistic habit fan base. I don't know. That story seems like it's very kind of jagged. I just want you to know the producers of the show told me to say that. I'm a believer, proud of it. So I'm sorry, Justin Bieber. I understand. I am also a celebrity, so people always want to take pictures of me.
Every day.
It does. Like, I just want to like fondle my dreads in the wind by myself, but people are like, "Let me take a
it's
picture
happened
with
to all
you."
of us. We were at a concert on the spring break last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or this year, and
Responsibly.
we had fans come up and wanted to take some pictures with us.
Yeah.
We were kind,
Yeah.
and we're
I've never had that happen.
I even held the camera
Yeah, he did. Jason held the camera, and you know.
Yeah, and there is a time to take pictures and the time. I mean,
Like, we're people
imagine-
too. We are not like dolls that you can just squeeze and touch.
Well, you imagine
Poke
on his
pins
level,
in.
there's probably 20,000 people sitting in the line.
Try
right
and
there.
bite him. Like, there was that. Who was that one fan? Remember that fan that kissed Will Smith? Remember that? Will Smith like decked him in the face. That was national news. It was actually a
Catch
reporter, and it was like a French reporter, but he was in America, and he tried to kiss Will Smith. And Will Smith, like, his Philly side came out. Like, real Aaron knows about the Philly side. He's an Eagles fan. But, like, his Philly side came out, and Will Smith just decked him.
I don't know about that story, but that's definitely deserving of a.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll post a link on our crew page, Crew 5. Check it out.
But if someone came up and wanted to take a picture of you guys, would you?
Sure.
Maybe.
I'm not Justin
I mean,
Bieber.
Is there a set of guidelines and rules that you expect from the person? You know, hey,
Don't
they're
touch my
just
butt.
I might be curious as to why, but sure, why not?
I mean,
everybody got to post a Instagram pic for the fans, you know.
I know, right? Like, you gotta keep it on Instagram.
They could be our viewers, you know, watching and they might enjoy our show.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Well, we've
Awkward
talked
turtle.
about a lot of things, but you know who's going to talk about some more stuff and count it down? Our man Logan's going to count down some giant monsters coming up next. See you soon, Logan.
Hi, this is Drawing 2. I'm Tammy Maranuzzi, and in the class we do a variety of different things. We start off doing still lifes with different color Conte crayons, chalks, oil pastels, and then we move to the figure and we do 6 weeks of studying figure drawing. We are doing a project right now where the students are asked to identify with an animal or find their spirit animal and do drawings based on that. And that can be using any materials such as chalk, magic markers, watercolors. They're just really trying to experiment with different conceptual ideas as well as different art materials.
Hi, I'm Olivia Clemens. I'm an art major. We've been working on our spirit animals, and it's supposed to portray our personalities. And I picked a lion, and I think lions are very graceful and mysterious, and I felt like the oil pastel would be a good medium for this because it's very bright and vivid, and you have the warm color palette that really contrasts between the green of the eyes and the golds of the fur. And I think I'm a very bright, bubbly person, and so I think the colors really help depict that.
So what I'd like them to learn is a few different methods. Everybody comes into the class on different levels, so I want people to learn different methods like perspective drawing, contour drawing, different ways, different types of drawing, and then I want them to walk away with a voice at the end of the class, like trying to think about things conceptually, so not only the material, but how does the material affect how people look at it. So not only am I asking to learn skills or methods, I'm also asking to think about how those methods and different materials come across to the viewer.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the countdown. I'm Logan, and today I'm going to count down for you the top 5 giant monsters. All right, coming in at number 5 is the Rancor from Star Wars. The Rancor is a massive eating machine. It will eat anything in its path, and it basically takes a Jedi to kill it. So it makes an excellent creature to trap your enemies with. All right, coming in at number 4 is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. A 112-foot marshmallow mascot summoned to be a destroyer by a god. You know, it's kind of a horrifying thought, having a giant-sized version of something you could look back fondly on when it's sent to kill you. Anyway, coming in at number 3 is King Ghidorah, an alien 3-headed, 2-tailed dragon that is almost on equal footing with Godzilla himself. In fact, the first time in his first appearance, it took Rodan, Mothra, and Godzilla to beat him. Dang. All right, coming in number 2 is King Kong. The 8th wonder of the world that was ripped from his natural habitat to be an attraction in New York. In some respects, his story is more of a Beauty and the Beast story than the actual Beauty and the Beast story. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Coming in at number 1 is Godzilla. Known as the king of the kaiju, and for good reason, Godzilla has beaten almost everything he's come up against. Even creatures that he has originally needed help to defeat, he has defeated on his own later on. Kind of terrifying. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'm Logan. This has been The Countdown.
Welcome back, guys. Well, big props to Logan for that top five. I totally agree. Godzilla is an awesome giant monster.
King Kong
Godzilla
number 2.
Yeah, like King Kong, I don't know. I feel like the three-headed dragon thing could beat King Kong. But that's just my personal opinion.
Probably.
Well, the Rancor is like the disposable garbage eater
of the universe.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
So, well, my thing is, what happens if the Marshmallow Man fell down in there and he'd get eaten up?
Well, he wouldn't fit down there. He's too big. He was like as tall as a skyscraper.
112 feet.
He would probably give someone diabetes. Like, I mean, like, whoever eats him gonna die. One way or another.
That's a lot of marshmallow.
That's a lot of diabetes. Diabetes.
Well, something that won't give you diabetes is our Man Vice segment, which we have coming up right now.
Hopefully
Flex.
Flex, man advice.
And Amon, why don't you kick it off for us?
Okay. Dear the crew, Halloween is coming up, but I am in my 20s. I still desperately want to get candy from strangers. How do I low-key do this? Rebecca. Well, Rebecca, I wouldn't take candy from strangers because that's what your mama told you not to do. So I would listen to your mama if you don't want to end up like MIA. But
just go buy some
several
candy.
outfits.
I will, we will collectively as a group buy you candy so it doesn't seem creepy coming from one of us individually. So, yeah, just crew at 5us. Wait, the 5 at crew us on Facebook. We will buy you candy.
At the crew 5.
At the crew 5. There we go. That's the words I'm trying to say. So, at us, and we will give you candy as a collective group so it's not creepy. But, yeah.
Just come to some of our classes because we're always giving out candy.
Yeah, for some
While
reason.
we're on the Halloween theme, you guys figured out a Halloween costume you guys were in this year?
I'm going to be either Static Shock or Amon, whichever one.
I'm thinking about Donald Trump.
Please don't wear the sexy one.
With the hair?
The sexy one.
What about you, Aaron?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Are you, Brandon? Shave your head, be like Luthor.
Who?
Shave your head, be like Luthor. You know who Lex Luthor is, do you?
I just want to wear something that's easy to put on, no makeup and stuff. But
Same.
sometimes there's a lot.
Last year I was Shaun of the Dead, so we'll see what I can think of this year.
There's a lot of Halloween parties, a lot of big Halloween costumes.
One year, I literally didn't dress up. I put on a beanie, and people thought I was Bob Marley. It's Halloween, so I was like, that works. That's my.
There's
that's my lazy outfit.
There's big Halloween costume parties out there on the beach at some of the clubs, and some are sponsored.
Pier
by,
Park.
Yeah.
Spinnaker's
has a Halloween.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's always awesome to see different costumes. People get really in detail
I love
to the makeup and stuff.
I mean, you're never, like, getting back to our question, you're never too old for Halloween. You just might be too old for trick-or-treating. So I definitely just, buy your own candy. It's like $2 for a lot.
Time of year where all the unique costumes come out.
We might throw a little shout out there to the viewers. I think there's some Halloween haunted houses here locally. We might.
Yeah, there's that JC's one.
Might want to go on the road and like go take a tour, and we can show them off.
I mean, I will cry like a little baby because I'm afraid of.
Take some GoPros
if that happens.
Yeah.
I know there's a Halloween haunted house by the JC's. They do
I know the person who runs that.
Yeah,
so
JC's nationwide.
So maybe
nice club meeting on the air we're having.
So maybe in the next few episodes we might have a behind. We'll take you on a tour of one of the houses and stuff.
Maybe
houses.
Yeah.
There's I know Bay County does a haunted trail ride up there on 231 a lot. We'll see if they have it this year.
Can you drive or do you walk?
I think it's a hayride. You get get in the back of the tractor and they take you through the forest, and if you survive.
What? That sounds sketchy.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
We know what happens to people like me in horror movies, so.
Well, if you got any suggestions of some great Halloween locations, find us on our Facebook. Let us know. We'll pass it along.
Yeah.
We might even come out and check out your haunted areas.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. More man advice.
Yeah, Brandon.
Dear the crew, this isn't there isn't enough hours in the day, guys, between classes, rehearsals, family matters, and the time where I would study and just generally collect myself, mostly dedicated to sleep. How do I manage my time, Carl?
Well, Carl,
That's
pick
the
two?
secret to life.
You pick two.
it's time
just go with it.
management.
That's the secret to life. Some people get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and are still going
1:30.
until
This guy right here, 1:30.
1:30 in the morning, still going at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta. As you get older, you learn to work off less sleep because I mean, sleep's not really important. I mean, the doctors
is
will
very
tell you.
important.
The doctors will tell you it is. I
Sleep
get
is
like
very
4 hours of sleep, and look at me. I don't even drink milk, and I'm taller than you. How'd that work out?
Yeah, but sleep is very important. You need, what, about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day?
You're supposed to, but see, me and sleep have a relationship where I love hanging out with sleep. I just can't ever fall asleep, and then we stay up real late, and then the next day I do the same thing.
Well, you can't just have like a quick nap. You gotta get into that deep. Was it REM sleep?
Yeah.
REM sleep.
Whoa.
That's phase 4.
Fun fact though, when I sleep, I go right into REM. I don't.
Or is it
true
phase
talk.
3?
I have papers. I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, I remember we were on an airplane going from Seattle
You know what?
back, and you were like, we just took off, and the mom was already asleep.
It was a very comfortable flight, but I mean, what do you think, Aaron? Do you think it's possible to have? I think you got to forsake sleep.
Carl just needs to time manage and
Why are you calling Carl out like that?
Well, I mean, he's asking, how do you manage all this?
Once you start doing it over and over again, repetitive.
Okay.
Whatever you're doing, you'll
Right
eventually
now,
find ways to do it.
out of all 4 of us, who gets 8 hours of sleep? Raise your hand.
I try to get 8 hours. I mean,
You get 8 hours of
7
sleep?
hours is good. 8 hours.
Okay,
is
what
better.
time do you wake up though?
On Sunday.
Depends
No,
on the
not
day.
on Sunday.
On your,
what I have to
on
do.
your average day, what time do you wake up?
Around like 9.
See, I wake up at 6. I go to bed at like 2.
I'm sorry.
It's not healthy.
It's fine. Like I'm doing great. My hair is still growing, so I'm good.
You might want to get so much sleep. But Carl, just try to be time management and set a schedule and see if you can kind of follow it.
Just buy a planner and write stuff in it. You'll figure it out.
Simple fix.
Figure it out.
Alrighty, guys. Next letter. Dear the crew, my cat is indifferent to me. I care for her so much, but she doesn't seem to care. How do I get her to love me? Well, buy a dog.
Catnip.
Samantha, we love
That's about 90% of cats for you right there.
They're like cold vixens, like real talk.
It probably does care about you. It just has that catitude, you know. It's got
Catitude?
it got that catitude.
There's that
like
show
that.
on TV, the Cat Whisperer.
Catfish? Oh.
There's a cat whisperer now?
Cat Whisperer.
Meow.
Listen, like, I mean, cats are the relatives of lions, so you should just be happy they don't claw your eyes out.
Well, they can't claw you.
And there are those cats too.
Yeah.
Unless they're declawed.
Love and nurture it. And
I mean, it's still a cat, though. Like, I've seen cats, like, just do whatever cats do.
I mean, most cats like to
just be buddy-buddy with your cat.
What's that movie, Oliver and Company? Even that cat wants to be a dog, so just get a dog.
They say some cats relieve stress, but I don't see how that.
Like, dogs can sniff cancer. What do cats do?
Dogs can sniff fear. So, moving on. Dear the crew, I work in customer service. How do I deal with rude customers who think they know more than me?
Just know that there is always going to be those people no matter what you do.
You're in customer service.
No
and
comment.
that's basically what you're going to have to do. And you're going to make the customer happy in order for whatever business you're working with.
Yeah,
to keep a job.
The bottom line is to make the customer happy.
Right.
And don't ever,
people are going to be expecting
Right.
service when they call customer service, and they're probably going to be unhappy when they do it.
And whatever company you're working for has probably got some kind of protocol to deal with any kind of rude customers. So read up on your handbook there, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, because if you lose it and fire back at someone or something, it just makes it worse.
Mm-hmm. You will still lose your job if you do that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Before we go, we've got a big announcement. A big announcement. This week, we asked for fans, and we got a big turnout. Our Facebook page is up to, I believe, 328 likes. We
Nice.
thank you, fans.
That is a silly drawing.
Yeah. That's a
Brandon,
picture.
you look great.
There's a lot of images on there. You can post on our wall questions, comments, any man advice questions you want to ask.
Don't post your man advice on there. Just send it to us in a message.
Well, you can message.
Because
old
that's
episodes there.
confidential.
You can also find our links to our videos on YouTube.
Season 3.
There's also links to our Commodore Productions here at Gulf Coast State.
Yeah.
Which
Which
got some live.
Got a lot of likes too. And
live broadcasting coming up.
Yeah.
Well, if you need websites, video done, or anything, contact us. We'll be.
If you want to see a volleyball game or graduation or any of the stuff we do.
Oh yeah, we also got a volleyball game coming up too.
That's what I'm
We
saying,
do.
yeah.
That's what Jace was hitting at. Yeah.
And if you see us around town, we'll have our Commodore production shirts on here from Gulf Coast.
Maybe not around town, but like if
Maybe.
we're doing
I
something.
don't know what I'm gonna wear.
I mean, like,
Contact us.
if I'm getting
Contact
pizza,
us.
I'm probably gonna wear it because I want to mess it up. It's a nice
Find
shirt.
us on Facebook.com/thecrew5.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, guys.
We'll see you on next week's episode.
That's it. See ya. Get out of here already.